Hey, what's going on, guys? Jamal Long here, providing you guys with another trading recap video. Today was a red day, down 190 bucks today. Ended up taking a loss because I decided to be a little greedy. I was up and then I was down, right? And so I took one position and yeah, that was it. So overall, let's get right into it. I'll explain to you what trade I took and why I decided to trade it. Overall, I ended up trading the SPY today, and the SPY has been one of those stocks where, well, it's an ETF that has been providing some great returns for me. But today I actually gave back some of those returns because I decided to get a little greedy, right? And that's the name of the game. It's like you never want to get greedy. You always want to take gains when you can. And for me, typically, I my goal is to always get above 100 bucks, right? Whenever I'm in a trade, if I'm above 100, I normally sell, right? But in this case, I decided to hold on. So I was actually up 115 bucks, right? But decided to give it right back and ultimately be down on the day 190 bucks. So let's get right into the trade. So overall, I decided to trade the SPY, and I didn't really have much time today. Um, didn't have much time to do a lot because I was busy at work. And so around 12 o'clock, I took a look at my phone and I noticed that the SPY was coming into a huge level of resistance right here. And so at this level, I said to myself, well, hey, let's buy some put options. And put options just means that I believe that the stock is going to go down. And so I ended up jumping in right around here, right? So I got a great entry, right? So at 277.92, that's when I jumped in. And so I ended up taking the ride down from 272. And the reason why I got in is because it couldn't break this level, right? So we saw this huge ramp up, but then it came into this huge level before pulling back. And so I jumped in right around here, got in around 277.93, and I took this ride down. And so as it started to drop, I was actually up. I was up about 115 bucks at the time, and I wanted to hold on because I'm like, hey, well, this is in a downtrend, right? Let's see if it can go lower. And so it actually went lower slightly before pulling back up, holding that level of support. And that's the thing about support and resistance. You want to be able to identify those levels, which I had identified that as being a level of support. But around this time, I got distracted, right? And so that's one of the things when you're trading, you always want to not be distracted unless you're doing unless you're swing trading. And swing trading just means that you're going to hold onto the stock for a few days. And so for me, I'm a day trader. I like to get in and out 15 to 20 minutes per trade. That's it. But in this case, I ended up staying in this position from around 12:07, all the way through 1 o'clock, right? And so for me, that's too long. I'm normally never in that position, but I got sidetracked during this level. I got sidetracked because I was talking at work, right? The next thing you know, I took a look at my phone and I was still up, but then I got distracted. So during this time, that's when I just heard my phone going off and took a quick look at my phone and noticed that I was down because we had gone up here. And so for me, right, from being up, right, down here to being down, right, that's one of the things that you don't want to do is to be in a winning trade and then to lose. But overall, it's a learning experience. I think for me, the takeaway here is that when you're in a trade, or if you don't necessarily have the time to trade, or you're not going to be available, right? Because I was busy all day. I've been busy like all week. I even did some work this weekend. It's crazy. Normally I don't work on weekends, but um, did some work on a weekend. But make sure you're not distracted. Make sure that you have the available time that you need in order to watch the trade. Because if I had watched and just took the gain here, I would have been good, but got distracted, held on to this trade for over an hour, right, before taking my losses. And so that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to be in a trade for too long, right? Unless it's in your favor, right? Now, granted, if it's in your favor, then you want to be in the trade for as long as possible. But in this case, it went against me, and losing on the day, 190 bucks, trading a SPY. But hey, it is what it is. Just giving back a day of last week's gains, right? So first loss, right? I think what my last video I had just briefly talked about knocking on wood for not getting the loss, but finally got one, and hey, it is what it is. I'm still up on the account, so no complaints over here. And yeah, we'll get back to it whenever I'm actually available because I'm not going to trade unless I am available. But overall, today the market ran, right? As you can see, we started off the gate, and look, I couldn't even get involved with this, right? Because I was busy, right? 9:30, the market rang and just ran, right? So we went from 275.25 all the way up 277.50, right? So if I was able to watch the market, I would have jumped in, took this position all the way up, right? And most likely I would have gotten out. Um, I probably would have gotten out right here, right? I would have took a small position off right here. And then as I saw it continue to run, I probably would have jumped right back in, right? Because this thing moved all the way. It went from, 275, 25 up to it closed at 278.44. So huge win today if you had traded this to the long side, up 1.45%. But overall, I'm down. It is what it is. So yeah, I'll pick this back up during the next time, and yeah, I'll let you guys know. So on that note, you guys have a good day.